It looks like there's two people on one paddleboard. I don't know if that's... They must be very good communicators of each other's balance. There are definitely two people there. Is it one paddleboard? Maybe. I can't see very well. And there we have the flag waving. Like yesterday, these wonderful South Africans just finished their prayer. There we have the setting moon, getting closer to Rosh Hashanah, the beginning of the new year. And the new moon will appear. There's a wonderful call for our hearts today to seek the things that are above. We have plenty of tendencies that drag us to seek the things of the earth. And we can become more proactive in seeking the things that are above. An athlete is one who exercises, does a lot of muscle movements, running, jumping, weightlifting, stretching, practicing shots at the goalpost, shots at the golf ball, shots with the basketball, practicing. Practice makes perfect. Exercising. And maybe sometimes we wish we had a spiritual life, but without practicing, without the intentional desire and reach out toward obtaining. Obviously, we can't make our spiritual life because that's a gift from God, but it needs exercise. It needs... Our faith is a gift from God. Our hope is a gift from God. Our love is great capacities that God awakens in us, stimulates in us. But we need to exercise them. Some people feel very tired in the morning and want to stay in bed. But it doesn't really advance the amount of rest. It's a question of getting your act together and getting out. And were someone to yield to the comfort, desire of just staying and not stirring, there could be other reasons that make it more complicated, because it's cold or because there's some heavy lifting work to do today that I don't like. Then a lot of the motivations are gone. and I just stay there, and I can become lethargic and neglect myself, and I lose ability. Seek the things that are above. Seek. This is a great word. Seek what is above. The lasting, the great, the noble, the reconciliations, the service, the joy, the heavenly joy. And if we're satisfied with little earthly joys, which God has also given us in creation, a nice piece of cake, a nice cup of tea, putting your hands around it on a cold day, okay, we can also be thankful for that. But to enter into the joys of heaven, the joys of the contemplation of God, and that can't be improvised. A person can't just walk out in a golf course and take a golf club and swing and expect a hole in one and never had practice in their lives before. There's a great combination here of responding to God's gifts, and this word is very powerful. Seek. And it goes hand in hand with another thing. It means turning down things that are counter to that heavenly happiness that are in my life. Not behaving according to patterns that are actually fruitless and even harmful. And so these words are very strong. Put to death, that means just like uproot weeds. Put to death. You go out in the garden and you rip out the weeds. And you do it well, so you take out the roots as well. You don't want it to break off at the ground level. That wouldn't be enough. That wouldn't be a job well done. Put to death the parts of you that are earthly. So there we have seek what is above and deal with the earthly stuff in a way that is appropriate to the earthly stuff. And the list is not too many, but strong. Immorality, impurity, like the choices we make, what do we watch? And everybody today has the possibility of just dallying with certain things, and the electronic instruments read right away what we do, and they feed us that. If you dwell with, I remember the other day, there was a curious thing came up on the screen when I was posting, and I tried to be pretty disciplined in that, but it was about tying knots, and it just was very intriguing about different kinds of knots. And I just watched that for a moment. Well, within 3 or 4 minutes of work doing the live streams and the posting in the morning after the live streaming, sure enough, there were 2 or 3 more things with knots coming up on the screen. Because they said, that guy likes knots, so we'll push a couple more on him. Or if you have a certain comedian or a certain musician, then they will put that up. So the more we accept the beautiful and the good, the more we grow into it. The more we dwell with the negative, it will push that on us. So put to death immorality, impurity, passion, evil, desire, greed. That is idolatry. Like we're just looking always to have more stuff. That's not seeking what is above. And the important thing is to start seeking what is above, because our heart has to be filled. It's not just a negative putting away. Let our heart be filled, and then we'll have the strength and the energy to put all the other things away. But then it's important to put it away, and not to be like tasting the world with the delight which is counter to the delight that God gives us, that His company gives us, that prayer gives us. And particularly, absolutely anything that's immoral. Hatred, wishing somebody badly, something bad because we're hurt by them. Rejoicing over evil that befalls somebody we don't like. That's evil. And we can't allow our spirit to taste that, because more of that will be pushed on us. from inside our very soul. Lead us not into temptation. Deliver us from evil. Deliver us from evil is very much part of that. Deliver us from the evil one. Deliver us from evil. And then there's some other strong words that are used down further. And maybe we have habits and we get into them and it's hard for us to get free of them, but that's part of the work, the exercise, this athletic strength. And what does it say to put away? Put away all anger. Anger. Maybe we're angry with people, we're angry with institutions, we're angry with the way our life turned out, we're angry over some neighbors, we're angry over work, we're angry over politics. A lot of anger in politics and the media. A lot of anger. Is that going to help anything? Is it going to help you? Going to help your health? And it's useless. And this is, what do we seek? Seek what is above. What does an angry person seek? Are they seeking what's with God? Obscene language. Some people have that habit. And they express their anger. They express their disagreement. Why can't they just simply express their disagreement? That's enough. What's the need for the anger? What's the need for the obscenity? What's the need for the foul language at a supermarket counter, at a parking lot, in traffic? Anger. And we even have that word, road rage. This is the one who has renewed their life in Jesus. It's a different life. And so again, just to emphasize, seek what is above. This is the key part, the positive part. And we get also encouraged by the psalm, the Lord is compassionate toward all his works. Again, we have that a marvelous word of compassion. And then we have the gospel. Blessed are those who are poor. Maybe some people are angry because they're poor. Blessed are those who are poor, for the kingdom of God is yours. Blessed are those who are now hungry, for you will be satisfied. You have a hunger for God. You have a hunger for justice. You have a hunger for life. A hunger for God's company. Those are the hungers we need to have. Blessed are you when people hate you. So how do we react when people hate us? We enter depression, we get angry? No, you are blessed. It's a very different perspective. Very different perspective on life. We mightn't all be in the wonderful, exalted mood of this wonderful lady down here who she's continuing with her flags at this hour in the morning, waving and delighted in God's presence. We don't always have emotional bursts like this or highs in our spiritual life. It's the regular plodding along, seeking God's kingdom in the ordinary, in the regular, in the kind deed and the helpfulness, in the gentle judgment. People, there is great practical stuff in the readings today for us. Really practical. God bless you. See you later, alligators. Seek what is above, where God is, where Jesus is seated at the right hand of the Father. It's marvelous. It's a great life to seek what is above and to help others to seek it, just even by our example.